Hey everybody, I was gonna try to play some Contra today and, well, as you can obviously tell that didn't work out. I couldn't get the game to boot up at all, but even more strangely, I was gonna try to play some Shockwave since I haven't shown off the vanilla generals on that yet, but when I was playing Shockwave, the video driver cut out about every 5 minutes, which I've never seen that before, not in anything I've ever recorded. I thought it was a driver issue or some shit like that, but all my other games work, everything else is fine, but Shockwave just drops out and well, I thought, hey, fuck it, I'll just play some Zero Hour, right? Well, I booted up Zero Hour, and it ended up giving me a bunch of units and structures that I shouldn't have had, and I was thinking, fuck it, I'll play it, that'll be fun. But about 5 or 10 minutes in, I got the fucking blue screen of death. It literally crashed Windows in the worst fucking possible way. Well, maybe not the worst fucking possible way. I don't think it destroyed the registry or anything, but holy shit. So, considering reinstalling Generals and Zero Hour and Shockwave and the custom launchers and all that other shit would have taken up my entire morning and there wouldn't have been a video today, I decided to try Rise of the Reds just for the hell of it, and it seems to be unaffected, which, you know, I don't know why the fuck that is. Baffles the shit out of me. Maybe some of you mod creators can tell me why that is. I guess Rise of the Reds is just built really well. These other mods are a little bit janky, to say the least, but the fact that it just corrupted the shit out of Generals in Zero Hour, yet Rise of the Reds still works, I can't process why that is. You know what I mean? It's like having the foundation of your house ripped apart, but your house still stands up. It defies all mechanical logic, but, well, I guess I can't really complain, because at least I can make a video, and besides, I'm kind of looking forward to playing some more Rise of the Reds today, actually. Really like this mod. That being said, it's still glitchy itself. If I put on too many AIs, it'll crash, and I'm still a complete noob at it, so I'm just doing a 1v1 versus Medium Russia, which is a skirmish battle that I've done already, but when I did it, I didn't get to explore the USA drones too much, and they seem to have a pretty large variety of drones, so I'm kinda interested in seeing what I can do with those. At least, I think it'll be fun to make a huge shitstorm of drones and see how they can fare against the Russian defenses. Plus, it gives me an opportunity to take out some built-up aggression against this game, because, goddamn. I mean, the older Command & Conquer games can give you some shit. Sometimes it's hard to get them to run on Windows 7, and God forbid if you're trying to run them on Windows 8, you're pretty much fucked, but man, Generals gives you the most shit. The only game that I had a harder time running than this is probably Carmageddon 2, since it needed a glide wrapper, and if you don't know what a glide wrapper is, well, just be happy that you don't, because that was a huge fucking mess. You know what would be nice? Considering EA has resold this game about a dozen times, maybe they could float one more patch over to it, you know? Maybe just give it a little bit better mod support, or maybe just take off some of the restrictions that make it so fucking difficult to run on some systems. I mean, the fact that I have to use custom launchers just to run it in Origin's crazy enough, but man, have you seen how much they sell the deluxe version for these days? I mean, I could buy the on-disc version and bypass a lot of this bullshit, but if I want a new copy with my own CD key, it's going to cost me $80 fucking dollars, which isn't necessarily a bad deal for somebody who loves the game and wants to have a hard copy of it, but if I make the dip for that, I'm about $170 in the hole for just re-buying this game over and over again, which, yeah, it's my fault for losing the game a few times. I lent it off to a couple of friends, and it magically disappeared, which usually means that they just don't want to give me the game back, and that's why they're not my fucking friends anymore. But, you know, fuck, $80. That's ridiculous. EA should just patch it and let it run on Origin without any problems. Are they afraid people are going to hack on Origin? Because you got to run a hack just to play the fucking game online. I have no idea what the fuck they're trying to protect with this game anymore. It's not like they're going to patch it or anything. They'll resell it 100 times, but they're damn sure not going to fucking patch it. You know, I'm to the point to where I feel like I should just pirate it, because I already own the game. It's not like I'm pirating it necessarily. I'm just obtaining another copy of it, but not having your own CD key's kind of a pain. You know, Gen Tool won't work, a lot of other shit won't work, but everything I have's corrupted right now anyway, so yeah, I may as well do that. Fuck it. You know, thinking about it, I haven't tried using an Origin key on a hard copy of Zero Hour. I'm just gonna guess that that's not gonna work, but hey, if that does work, then fuck it. I ain't gonna pay $80 for another fucking copy of this game. Not unless this YouTube channel starts pulling in a lot more money, and between you and me, YouTube pays shit, so that's not going to happen anytime soon. Then again, that explains why a lot of people like to watch Command & Conquer on this channel. I mean, just getting it to run's a fucking struggle, so, you know, for a lot of people, just watching it's their only option, which I really hate that, you know. If I could, I'd do tech support for all of you and try to get the game running again, but I can barely get it running on my own system, which is perfectly fucking modern and fine. You know, there ain't nothing wrong with it. I got the fucking Origin version of the game, which should be the most compatible version, but for whatever reason, it's the least compatible version, and holy shit, I'm gonna give myself a fucking aneurysm just thinking about all this. You know, you'd think with all the different times they've resold this game, they could at least give it widescreen support. I gotta go into the fucking INI files and edit those just to get it to run in widescreen. Why is that not just a default now? You know, they could just have the Origin install with the fucking INI file change a little bit to have 1080p support, but nah, fuck it. You know, the players will figure it out. I mean, at least they're still selling the game, but this is why people go to StarCraft and Warcraft and shit, because Blizzard updates their shit. They don't just let their games die off. Well, you know, I don't know when the last Warcraft patch was, but at least they kept patching it for a while. On this game, they pretty much just gave up after 1.04 and just said, fuck it. In fact, I think 1.04 had help from the fans, too. I don't even think that was all EA. I think the fans were just so fucking pissed off that they're like, please let us patch the game, EA, please. And EA's like, yeah, fine, whatever. What a bunch of cheap assholes. Then they try to sell us Command & Conquer 4 of all fucking things. You know, that's really the cherry on the fucking top of the shit sundae right there. I mean, I'm glad they made Red Alert 3 and all that. That was a good game. Command & Conquer 3 was a good game. But Generals gets treated like shit, and they just killed the Tiberium series with that browser game and the fucking Command & Conquer 4 story and all that other shit. It's just fucking intolerable. After a certain point, you just gotta fucking rant about that shit, because goddamn. I'm not sure what they could do to fuck up this series worse. I mean, Command & Conquer Generals 2 is something that I wanted to play, but if they launched it, do you think they really would have patched it? I kind of doubt it. Imagine what a goddamn mess that would have been. A free-to-play RTS game with no patch support. Holy shit. That's probably why they canceled it. They saw StarCraft 2 and they're like, we're not going to patch our game that much, and they still have hackers and problems. Well, fuck it, just cancel it then. At least that's my theory at this point. Then again, you could still play Command & Conquer 4 online, so, you know, I have no fucking idea what EA's thinking. I don't think EA knows what they're thinking either. They put out press releases saying, oh yeah, we noticed that the GameSpy servers are down. We're going to work on that, but I'm not seeing any work done, and I doubt we're ever going to see any work done. The work was the press release. They sent out a little fucking public email basically saying, oh yeah, the GameSpy's down. We'll work on it at some point. Bullshit. I'll believe that when I see it. I'll believe that when Command & Conquer Online works again, which... that's just never going to happen. We're going to be playing on Revora forever. Well, at least those who can get Revora working, because the instructions are kind of shit, and, well, thinking about it, having my game corrupted may be a good thing. This will give me an opportunity to show people how to make Revora work, how to get Shockwave running, all that other shit, so I'll just reinstall all of this, tape the fucking process, show it to all of you, and hopefully that'll get some more people playing the game at the very least, but... you know, it's kind of crazy that I need to do that just to help out other people. It should be a really simple process, you know, but it's not. It's as complex as it could possibly fucking be, and it's still not 100%. I mean, I know what I'm doing here, and I'm still getting fucking crashes and shit. Basically, from what I can tell, what you need to do is to install the game on your machine about 8 different times, or basically make a new installation for every single mod that you have. So you're reinstalling Generals 9 or 10 times just to play 9 or 10 mods without the game fucking collapsing in on itself, which you're not going to be able to do that on Origin, so you have to have a hard copy for that. And, oh man, talk about a fucking headache. I think just making a video showing people how to do that would take up about 30 minutes or an hour, and I don't think people are going to be able to follow instructions for that long, to be honest. I know that's kind of rude to say, but, you know, even I couldn't. You know, if I had to follow a 30-minute long fucking video just to get this working, I would just watch somebody else play it. Because fuck it. Just to play the game, it's like you're doing some kind of fucking high-level hack. I mean, maybe not a hack, but, yeah, you're doing some really fucking crazy shit just to get the game to operate. And fuck Windows 8, I couldn't even tell you where to start on that. I guess if I had to tell you how to install these on Windows 8, my first piece of advice would be to uninstall Windows 8. Go buy a copy of Windows 7 or wait for the Windows 10 upgrade to come in and hope that Windows 10 works out all right. But, yeah, you know, the best advice I could give you is to plunk down the money for Windows 7, buy an $80 copy of the Decade Pack, and try that. But, you know, like I said, at that point, you're about $120 to $180 in the fucking hole just to play one single fucking game. Well, not one single game, but you know what I mean. Just to get Generals going. That's fucking ridiculous. then you got these big companies crying that people are pirating their games. You know, this is the reason why. You make it so fucking hard, you don't patch your fucking games. Why the fuck would anybody want to pay you for a game that's already broken that they're not going to be able to fucking play to begin with? Especially one that you're not going to support. It's not like EA can't afford it. EA's not hurting at all, you know? We're talking about a company so cheap that they won't even pay the people that are in those fucking college sports games any money. You know, we digitally scanned your face, we put you in the fucking game, we're going to make a ton of money off you, but no, we can't give you a single fucking dime. Not that it's all EA's fault, that's just one of the many ways that you're fucked if you're a college athlete that doesn't go professional, but man, talk about fucking greedy. Scrooge goddamn McDuck would look at EA and go, hey, maybe you want to go pay these people a little bit, huh? I can't even think of a real-life person to be that greedy. I have to come up with fucking cartoon characters, and they're still not as greedy as EA is. That's so fucking ridiculous. You know, I stand up for EA once in a while. I mean, they don't intentionally put out bad games. That's not their business. They're in the business to make money, and to make money, they got to sell good games. But when it comes to supporting games, fuck. You know, once they got your money, they don't give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about the series that they make. They don't give a shit about the players. All they care about is putting together another good game to get more money out of you to fuck you over again. And this isn't just a problem with journals. I mean, look at their fucking games. Battlefield launched with problems because they wanted to rush it to release to get that holiday money. Mass Effect 3 got that extended ending or whatever because everybody was so pissed off about the fucking ending that they were afraid that the game wasn't going to sell anymore. So yeah, that's it right there. If you want them to change any kind of game, you need to get on the fucking ball immediately. You got to get those fucking online petitions going. You got to fucking rattle their cage as hard as possible while the game's still selling. Because after the holiday season's over, you're dead to this company. They don't give a fuck. And you know, there was a time I could say the same shit about other large companies like Ubisoft, but Ubisoft put out Assassin's Creed Unity. It sucked. Sales tanked. Their fucking stock price tanked. So they gave away the DLC for free, and it seems like maybe they might have learned a lesson about it, and they might be changing their business practices just a little bit. Maybe their next game won't come out broken. I mean, I doubt it, but hey, their stock price went down, the players are pissed off, and they seem to at least be trying to make things better. I have a sneaking suspicion if this happened with EA, they would just patch the game up to the point where it's just barely working, then roll out that fucking DLC at full price, because fuck you. Like I said, Ubisoft and Activision can be assholes, but EA seems to actually hate their customer base. You know, they don't give a fuck about any of you, not one little fucking iota. They don't give a shit if you have a good time playing the game or not. All they give a shit about is if you buy it on launch. I mean, we're talking about a company that wanted their own servers for Madden and shit on Xbox Live because they didn't want to pay Microsoft. You know, on the outside, you could look at that and go, oh, well, you know, maybe they just want to provide a better experience for the players, but that's bullshit. The only reason why they did that is because they didn't want to pay Microsoft or Sony any extra fucking money. So even if it appears like they're doing something for the players, you should be extra fucking suspicious of that because there's a pretty good chance that they're just doing that to make sure that they make more money at the end of the day. Best case scenario with EA, you get a deal because they're trying to fuck over somebody else who would have taken even more money out of their pockets. How fucking shady is that? I mean, I know these are massive companies, you know, they're not my friends. Blizzard's not my friend. EA's not my friend. Sony and Microsoft and fucking Nintendo aren't my friends. They're here to sell me hardware, they're here to sell me software, they're here to make a profit, but, you know, they could care about the fucking players just a little bit, you know? Without us, the game industry wouldn't be here. They wouldn't be making more money than the movie and music industry. They wouldn't be making fucking shit. And, you know, I guess I can only blame myself because I'm buying all these fucking Ultimate Collections, all these fucking re-releases, and I'm dunking in the money. So, yeah, I'm supporting this shit. I mean, EA doesn't do all bad. I mean, look at the Origin service. They're giving away free games. I got Dead Space 1 and 2 for free. That was pretty nice. I can't hate on them for that. They did the Humble EA bundle recently to where you could get a whole bunch of titles on Origin for just $1. That's pretty good. I like that. But those things are really few and far between, and this kind of thing really doesn't cost EA anything. You know, they could give you a free game every week instead of every month, and it really wouldn't affect their pocketbook any. I mean, let's face it, they only want you to use Origin because they don't want to pay Steam any extra money. They don't want to have to pay them for digital distribution when they can get their own servers and push the games out themselves, which, you know, makes sense. But from a company like EA, that's just a pure fucking cash grab. It's a greedy move. And same thing with Ubisoft. Ubisoft had that Uplay shit, but at least they had the good common sense to shut that shit down and just go back to Steam. EA's greedy to the point to where it wouldn't matter how much of a failure Origin is, it's here to stay, because fuck Steam, we're not giving them money, we're not giving them a fucking cut, we're getting all of it. I mean, for fuck's sake, when you install Origin, it looks at your fucking browser history, it looks at your location, it looks at what you're looking at, what you search, what you run in your fucking media players, and they take all that information and fucking sell it to other companies. At least that's my assumption, because what the fuck else would they have it for? So that on-the-house shit really isn't on the house when you think about it. You know, you're paying for it with your personal data and shit and everything else that they want to look at on your computer. That's nice, isn't it? I mean, I know when it comes to corporations, there's no such thing as enough money, but most corporations don't go out of the way to just fuck the consumer as hard as possible and fuck every other company and fuck everybody. We're EA. We're the only game in town. My God, can you imagine if they made a console? You know, they go out of their way to avoid paying Steam, Microsoft, Nintendo, and Sony any money. Imagine how much money they would take from other developers if they had their own console out there. They'd probably take double. Holy shit, an EA console. That's a fucking nightmare just thinking about that. Thank fucking God that doesn't exist. Anyways, this match ended. Check out Rise of the Reds. It's a kick-ass mod. Also, I had a whole lot of fun with those drones, but holy shit, I just can't not bitch about EA today. Fuck EA. What was their old slogan? EA Sports, it's in the game? It's not in the fucking game. It has to be modded into the game. It has to be created by the players, because EA's not going to spend a fucking dime on it. Sorry for the rant if you're not watching for this kind of thing, but I just had to get that off my chest. Next Command & Conquer video will be legit. I just got to reinstall the whole fucking game again. So, yeah, I guess I'll record that too, show you how to get some of this stuff going. Anyhow, that's all I got for now. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.